rise of the Foot Soldier origin film. Reason being is because it actually featured both of us. Well, mainly you. Featured 2 seconds of me, just if that. And I gotta ask, Ryan, how did it feel seeing yourself on the big screen?
Yeah, well, when went to the premiere in the London,
Mm-hmm.
obviously down Leicester Square, it was a bit like surreal, really. Like, it was just one of the moments where I was waiting, like, for, because we did quite a lot of scenes, obviously filming, but when the editing gets done, you don't know how much you're going to be in, and you're not. Also, you can relate to that yourself. When we were there, we did, when we jumped around, we did, well, everything we did, it was just like anticipation to see when we're in there. So I was actually quite glad that my sort of speaking role and the line was in there. It could have been better, obviously, that bottle scene that I was supposed to have done, but as the whole, like, with the football fight scenes and everything, at least, like, you could see me and I was in there, sort of thing. So yeah, I was quite happy with it, to be fair. So yeah, it was cool to see.
Nah, awesome, man. I was at the cinema. I noticed you straight away. I was happy to see you. And another thing as well, you actually featured on the official movie poster with George Russo and I think it's Char, another guy we met on the set who's a good lad. I mean, how did it feel being on the poster itself? I mean, you're pretty featured on it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. George Russo, he was a really cool guy, to be fair, because when I met him on that set, he sort of spoke to us first because he clocked like my ears, because I've got like some like cauliflower ears, not too bad, but then he asked, like, "Pick up all like jiu-jitsu or anything like grappling?" I said, "Oh yeah, been grappling or jiu-jitsu for like a while," sort of thing. Because he said I didn't know, so he did jiu-jitsu as well. He quite likes it, so I got like speaking to him. I think that helped me like get near to the front of the thing, the line anyone that day, because we got chatting about that. So we showed him mutual interest in the jiu-jitsu. So we just got on. He was like a cool guy, to be fair. So that was like quite cool. But yeah, on the front poster, it's quite a good like picture, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, I've used it as the thumbnail for this image, for this episode when I do upload it. I mean, it's just a cool opportunity, man. I mean, are we actually okay to share the behind scenes moment, which involved me and you and a prop bottle? If you can tell the listeners what exactly happened with you and that prop bottle, please.
Oh, that was a disaster. Like, my main like scene, my moment that got taken away from me, didn't it? I just got a bit too excited. I did the dummy one like so many times, the plastic one, it was like fine. Then it comes to the real one. I got too excited. I crushed it the first time. Then on the second time, the way that I did, I just put the arm down, so it sort of blocked out the camera. So when they did it with the other lads that did it from behind, the angle was just like a bit better. So they ended up just like wiping out a bit. So that was pretty gutting, but. Yeah, it still haunts me to this day, George, but like...
I still remember it. I was right there when it's happened.
Yeah, you can't take it.
Then someone else did it. He goes, "Yeah, I'll do it." I think it was Ricky.
Yeah.
And it smashes in his hands.
Ricky's going off his nut.
And then they took him ages to find one last plastic bottle. And then I think it was Andrew, wasn't it? Who had to do it, Andrew Loveday.
Yeah,
and then he had to put, because he's featured in the third and fourth one.
He had to cover himself up. Yeah.
So that's a little trivia for anyone to watch the film. You want to know who smashed the bartender? It was Andrew Loveday. That was pretty funny. Man, Nick was fuming, but like, we can laugh at it now. But at the time, I was just like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm just going to stand there and laugh and point. Your line got included though, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was in there, which is good. Yeah, bit of FaceTime, I think.
Yeah, nah, sweet, man. That is awesome. The actual film itself, was that the first film you've ever done?
Well, I got I did this other thing with a zombie sort of thing. I just got like eaten by like two zombies, like a smaller film. But yeah, I only really got into it because obviously with Nick, etc., and the boys, I met them in Marbella for the Rise of Footsoldier 4. A security company that I worked with, they were out there looking after a client, and they were going to the prairie, etc. And on the day before, we ended up going to Terry Stone's like pre-party, and they all went in there. Like out of the whole bunch I met, like Terry, like old man first, then Nick, they were in the drinking party, like see Dapper was with him and a few like people. They're having a great time, and then when the conversation came about, so I'd like love to like jumped in, but it was just like a drunken, like sort of like having a laugh, like conversation. I didn't think anything like they'd ever remember or come apparently down the line. But yeah, that's how I met them. And then they went to the prairie when they got back in London as well, which is 1st of November 2019. But when I was on my bed, that was October 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, it's all like come good on the scene sort of thing. Yeah, definitely.
Nah, it's awesome, man. I mean, like the feedback that the film's receiving is awesome. I mean, what did you think overall of the film after you viewed it? Not just because you're in it. I mean, just want your honest take on it.
Yeah, I'll be honest, take. I've always like had a soft spot for the first one. I think it's all films. Everyone thinks the original was the best, so it's good. But apart from that, like I don't know. I enjoyed it. Maybe like the second one in line. So I liked how it was like quite action packed. There's no like sort of dull moments in it. There's not like any like breaks in between. When you watch a film, it's like sort of like non-stop action, especially at the start. The first half of the film is literally like non-stop action, really. Like, there's a proper lads film. It depends what you're into. If you're a lads film, you like the drink, drugs, violence, women.
I mean, I can't imagine like Mark Commode enjoying it, like his
you know what I mean? A proper lads type film. The first half of it just non-stop act, like all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I like all that stuff. Hey, the British crime scene, like so. Like a lot of my favourite films are like that sort of like genre, like Lock, Stock, Smoking Barrels, Snatch, like that type of film.
Layer Cake. Oh man, I
think
the British genre, like the gangster genre, has gone a bit sort of been quiet. A lot of it's been straight to DVD or just low budget, like really low budget. And I think now it's quite refreshing to see that Rise of the Foot Soldier, the origin film, is in the top 10, is doing well on IMDb. You know, it's receiving good reviews.
Top 10 after the first week, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like the actual marketing, I think I put it in the group chat, has been fantastic. Like, it's you can't deny that. I mean, I myself, I was a bit worried. I think I joked about like I think probably terrible or something, but I was only joking. I'm having a bit of a laugh. Yeah. And then I watched it, and I genuinely thought it was a good film. Soundtrack's excellent. The cinematography, now that was something that was I'm not really seen enough in the films, but in this one,
it was detailed with the editing.
Yeah.
I think it took like 10 months editing, but it was only 4 weeks of filming, I think.
Yeah, so like the actual detail.
When you say 10 times the amount of editing time, that actually literally was. It was like 1 month filming, 10 months editing. So they really went to town with the editing to make sure everything was spot on. But when I seen the director letting that down at London premiere, he was like quite happy with stuff. And with the details, like, you know, yourself with behind the bar, they had all the posters of like what would have been that area, all the newspapers.
Because obviously it was based in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then I ordered all my 80s clothes like online sort of thing, to make sure it was all like so cheap, or even down to the trainers, all like 80s, like all the proper stuff. And then on the thing I had to make sure was like my hair as well, because the filming, like for football scenes, like obviously on a Sunday, but you know, so there, the nightclub scene was on Thursday, wasn't it? A few days prior. But in the film, they do the football fights first, then we go to the nightclub afterwards. So I had to make sure I had all the clothes.
Continuity.
But
yeah.
I would have looked off, but and I had a fresh skin fade, like a zero, like on for the nightclub scenes. I had to make sure that it was, because it was during the pandemic. I think it was like that day that they shut the barbers the day after. So I was ringing around to like loads of like sneaky barbers saying, I need a fresh skin fade.
Go down an alleyway like.
Boris literally shut the barbers like the next day. A little bit of it, I said, I need to make sure my hair is like exactly the same, but the hair grows back quite fast because I die and I've always like kept myself quite healthy. So like with like things like the hair, and like it does grow like quite fast. I was like, I need to make sure that's like spot on for like the director and stuff. So that was a little behind the scenes thing we did, yeah.
I didn't really think about that, actually. No, I didn't really think.
But yeah, we found Route Hall anyway. We had a good time on there. It was
the Southend fans weren't happy, but you know, when are they? To be fair, watched it like a third lockdown. Like they can't watch the game and like do the film down there.
We're all out, yeah.
It was quite funny. I enjoyed some of it.
We had a good crack. I had a good crack in the
but it looked good though. Like I was, one of my mates was there. Like he said it was really good, and you know.
But I'd still say in touch with lads from the nightclub scene. We had a good crack. I was lucky we had a good bunch of lads like you, like Tyrone, Ricky, like Sam.
Yeah, mate, they're great. I think
it's a good bunch of lads. Yeah, that sort of made it for me as well, because the people I was with, they were like spot on guys. I mean, like on the same wavelength, just like good lads.
I mean, I can't complain. Like, not just my experience from it as well. I mean, it was fantastic. But I have actually made genuine friends, including you, from that. And it just, you know, it was a brilliant experience. good film, and this is going to be released this week, and it will still be in the cinema. So if you haven't seen it and you've just listened to us and you want to go see it, go in the cinema and watch it now. Go on your social media, on your Instagram, you see that you do a lot of security work for some absolute big names, and they'll see like you work as a close protection operative for, just not like music and celebrities as well. I want to ask you if you can tell the listeners who have been some of your favorite celebrities that you have worked with.
Is it, well, because it was like fairly recent, we did not with, I can say it now because we lost the contract, not working with, but I wouldn't say it at the time, but we didn't work with like Anne-Marie, and she was like brilliant, to be fair. Like, even compared to not even celebrities, even like Jenny girls in general, like she was like spot on, and she even signed and donated like something for us for Corby, a charity for Dylan Harper, some 18-year-old young lad that sad passed away, and his mum Leanne. They had like a fun day in the hometown. They had a football match and everything. And she like wrote out like her album, signed and everything, donated it like for gifts. So just in general, she was like spot on, to be fair. And
that's class. That's class.
KSI as well. He donated something to Kane's Fun Day. What a lad down my way, James Hunter, he arranges it as well, like for his Fun Day. So he did that. So some of them are like really cool, to be fair. Like can't fault them, but like they're just like.
One person I got mentioned because I think I've seen him the most on your Instagram of all the celebrities. Stumsy. What is he like?
He's like, he's just like cool guy, to be fair. Down to earth, just like he's just like brilliant. Like, a little shout out to people. He's just good. He's got fun to work with, just like relaxed thing. I remember a couple of fans were outside that couldn't get in one of this event. I won't say the location, I think, but it was pissing it down. It was like rain, but he still went out there to get a couple of photos of them and stuff like that. And, like some of them put like so long on camera, and some of them generally are, but like some of them just like cool all the time, because even with that Anne-Marie, like got like the media like guy, like some like lad like from Zimbabwe is cool, like name starts with a D, but I won't say his name. Like he does all the media, and he was like, oh, Anne-Marie, like she's like always like happy and just like cool with everyone and stuff. So yeah, because obviously some of them are like the same on camera, off camera. But I was lucky that like with these sort of people, like if they ever posted on that thing, it's because normally like they're like pretty cool or
I know you can't go into too much detail about it, but a lot of my listeners are wrestling fans as well. Ryan has actually done work for WWE, which is awesome.
The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at wrestlingwithjohners.com.